Namaskar everyone, I'm your host Aisha Raut and I'd like to welcome you to yet another episode of Babylon Kidcast. And in today's episode, we have two wonderful students here with us and they'll be sharing about their ongoing SE journey experiences so far. So why don't I start with asking you guys how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
I'm doing great. So, how are you doing?
I'm also doing very well, thank you for asking. And why don't you start with introducing yourself?
My name is Swopnil Ghimire. I'm currently studying in grade 10A2 at Babylon National School.
And how
Okay.
about you?
I am Ritesh Pradhananga from Babylon National School, studying in 10A2.
Well, that's very good, guys. So, how excited were you on the first day?
I was pretty excited at my first day because it was a new experience jumping from grade 9 to grade 10. It was
Definitely.
a new syllabus, new subjects, new course content, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that. And for you, I'll ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how scared were you?
I will scale it 7 out of 10 because I was very nervous and
Mhm.
scared.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty common feeling for all of us. Well, now that I know about how stressed and excited were you guys, the next thing I'd like to ask is jumping straight to academics. Since we're talking about SE and your academic part only, what is your target GPA for SE? Target goal GPA? Anything?
My target GPA is 3.72 or above.
Mm-hmm. And what about you?
My target goal is to achieve more than 3.6 GPA.
Well, that's a very determined goal that you guys have set. I'm very happy for you guys. And how do you plan to achieve that goal?
I plan on achieving it by making new notes
Mm-hmm.
and revising the topic after it has already been taught in class.
Well, that's another very good point you made here. And how do you plan to achieve your target
Uh,
goals?
I plan to achieve my target's goal by attending my
Mhm.
classes and also learning from my friends.
Well, that's a very good way to boost on your knowledge. Now that we're talking about grades and all that, what is your weakest subject?
I personally think my weakest subject is Nepali, as I do kind of feel difficult in the grammar portions of Nepali, and I also am not able to manage my time properly in the subject.
Yeah, time management is quite a big issue. What is your weakest subject, Ritesh?
My weakest subject is OMath because I am bad at problem solving. That's why I am bad at it.
So you find numbers pretty difficult.
Yes.
Well, how do you plan to get better at this subject?
I personally plan to get better at this by practicing more creative writing, and I also am practicing grammar portions a lot nowadays.
Mm-hmm. So practicing will help a lot. Another tip I'd say is you should start writing your answers and
Yeah,
then
definitely.
just time it out, like set a timer. That really helps because I also gave SE last year. So that's the one advice I'd like to give you guys, that if you guys time it, it helps a lot. So how do you plan to like achieve your target
Yes.
marks in weakest subjects?
I am planning to improve it by learning from my teachers and also discussing answers with my friends.
Yeah, and you should definitely practice more. Practice makes maybe not perfect, but it definitely makes you better. So that can be another tip for you guys. And another thing I'll ask you is, what is your strongest subject?
My strongest subject I feel like is computer science,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's my strongest subject because I personally love the technical portions of it, and I also like how you can code something into reality.
You like the creativity it provides.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what is your strongest subject?
I think my strongest subject is science because It is a very interesting subject, and I think I I get very curious to learn new things.
So you like to stay curious.
Yes.
You guys both well said, guys. Another question I'll ask you is, as you know, this has been a debate topic for quite a long time, like group study and self study. Many people say they like group study, but many people say they prefer self study too. So, what do you prefer, Swopnil?
I personally prefer self-studying because while you're self-studying, you are able to grasp the concept easily, and you also don't waste so much time in some conversations and all.
Yeah, and
Mm.
distraction.
Yes,
Definitely.
it
That's
is.
one point well said. What about you, Ritesh?
I prefer group study because I think group study we all can share a problem and solve it much faster.
That's another point you guys made. Again, this debate still hasn't been won by anybody.
Yes.
Everyone has a very valid point that you guys made. And another thing is, while giving your SE examination, it's considered a pretty big exam, and especially now that you guys are very senior of your school. Well, who do you look up to? Because now that you guys don't have any seniors, who do you look up to, like, as your role model?
I looked up to my elder brother as he helps me in some parts where I'm uh,
Weak.
weak,
Yeah.
where I'm weak, and he also motivates me whenever I feel low.
Yeah, that's very good that you have a role model. And what about you?
I look up to my sister because she has helped me a lot in exams, and
Mhm.
she also helps me motivate myself.
It's very great that you guys both have someone motivating you and guiding your path. Many people don't have that, and they suffer from a difficult time.
Mm.
Now that we're talking about that, let's go more a bit into ECA CCA part. Have you like chosen any CCA sports, since school has also given you some refreshment time, right?
Yes, personally, I have not chosen any CCA sports, but I do play a lot of chess.
So you prefer playing chess a lot. And what about you?
Yes, I also play chess.
So you guys both play chess. Do you guys play together?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's very good. I'm having a conversation with chess partners.
Yes.
Yes.
Now that I'm asking you that, school has provided refreshment breaks, as I said again.
Yes.
How effective do you think that is for us?
The refreshment breaks are really effective because during these breaks you can go to any teacher and ask doubts about any subject you want.
So you prefer learning more in your break time?
Yes.
Is that how you're utilizing your break time?
Yes, and I also do a lot of homework during my break times.
That's a very good way of managing time, Swapnil.
Thank
And
you.
what about you?
I like to play chess because playing chess
Mhm.
can freshen our minds.
Yeah, definitely it can help you from all the distraction and stress that you
Yes.
guys get. Well said, guys. You guys have both been doing very well. And I'm going to ask you another thing, if you guys have already prepared your study schedule or not.
No, I have not prepared my study schedule right now.
Well, you guys still have plenty of time. Well, do you still dedicate some time to studying or not?
Yes, I still dedicate like an hour for self-studying.
Yeah, that's good. And have you prepared a study schedule? And I feel like the school has a pretty tight and hectic schedule for you. So, what's the case in school year?
School has tuition starting from 6 and ending in 6. Um,
So, it's a pretty hectic schedule
Yes.
for you guys. And have you prepared your study schedule?
no, I have not prepared my study schedule, but I am planning to prepare it soon.
That's very good. You guys, as I said, you guys have a lot of time and you guys can still work on it. But I hope that you guys won't procrastinate. Now that I've said about procrastination, I feel like procrastination is a very big issue in everyone's life, don't you think?
Yes, I do agree procrastination is a very big issue.
How do you plan to manage your procrastination issues?
I plan to manage my procrastination issues by managing my time properly. I plan to take notes and study them later.
Well, another question for you, Ritesh, is you guys are very stressed right now. I feel like the environment around you is very stressful. Maybe you guys go home and you guys feel stressed. You guys are in school and there's still a lot of pressure, and you're in school for a very long time. So, how do you manage your stress?
Um, I manage my stress by enjoying the nature and going out with my brothers.
That's a very good way to manage stress. What about you?
I personally manage my stress by watching a lot of educational videos as it makes my mind refreshed. The learning environment is so well in those videos that I can't just like
You
watch
can
it.
implement it in your life also, if I'm
Yes.
right.
Mm.
Well, I feel like we're almost at the end of our podcast. Last question I'd like to ask you guys is, imagine that 1 year has already passed and you've already given your exams. And what advice would you give to your juniors or even yourself after your exams? Like,
I'd like to advise my juniors to start studying seriously from the beginning, as it will be very beneficial at the end. When you already know the subject content, you will be able to give the answers really effectively. And I also advise them to not feel that anxious about SE. Even though it's a big deal, it's still not that hard of an examination. And I also really advise them to take part in some extracurricular activities, as like I have said, I also take part in chess, so it will be a refreshment break for you.
well said. Very good advice given by you, Swopnil. I'd appreciate that very much. And what about you, Ritesh? Do you have any advice?
I advise juniors to start from the beginning as well because it will help a lot in the later days.
That's also well said. Now that we've come to an end of our podcast, I'd like to thank our viewers very much for watching, and I'd like to ask you guys to stay tuned for today for further more episodes. Have a good day and bye bye.